What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another reaction video of mine. As you can tell from the title of this video that I will make right now, this will not be me reacting to music. As a matter of fact, this has zero connections with music. But short story first. Last night I was working. I'm always listening something on my phone. Like, my phone is constantly playing something into my ears, whether it's hardcore amazing music or like some podcast or some like stuff about history. Love to listen to that. But last night I encountered this one capitalist versus 20 anti-capitalist, and what caught my eye was it was featuring PatrickBetDavid, and I found out about Patrick when he interviewed, he brings on his podcast the Polish prime minister. I forgot his name, but guy was pretty much hardcore in his statements. I agreed with a lot of them. With some of them I didn't agree, but never mind. I'm not a political person. But here, obviously, Patrick is a millionaire. He's entrepreneur. I don't know how to call it, but never mind. He's wealthy. So here we have 20 anti-capitalists, and like some of them are really freaking smart people, and then on the other side you have people that just think, just because they are yelling and talking over somebody, they think they are winning arguments, you know. And what caught my eye the most is like when Patrick tell them, okay, I will give you a job, I will give you, and something, please come and work for me, come to do an interview. They change story, and stuff like that. Or when Patrick, when they start to talking about how they don't have any work, how it's hard to find work, he tells them they are not in the position to be selective, about work. And they go mad. Oh, I don't accept that. But let me just say something. If you don't possess a specific skill set that will allow you to choose what job you will do, you are kind of like, you will do the most basic brainless job. And let's just be clear, working at McDonald's or working at Walmart, or working at some packaging factory like Amazon store or something like that, Amazon storage unit, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a job. It will give you money, it will. I don't understand people, like it's like it hurts their ego to work in some like a random place, like some supermarket or something like that, or to be a work for cleaning crew, In my company where I work right now, there is a cleaning company, they are a private cleaning company, and the boss is one middle-aged lady, and she have 3 or 4 more ladies with her, They come every morning and they clean toilets, and they make freaking amazing money, They finish cleaning in my company and I think 10 more companies here in this area where I live. But I have feeling, if I tell anyone from these guys here who are arguing with Patrick, you have free working place, open working place with a good, it will allow you to make good money, but it's cleaning toilets. They will go mad, because it's an ego, it's a strike to their ego, and it kind of hurts, So this time I will not be reacting to a Oh my god, I'm already 5 minutes into talk. But yeah, this time I will not be reacting to a entire show. It's just one guy. So without me further talking, and I'm reacting to this just because he came out as angry and like he has some almost personal beef with Patrick. So without me further talking, and sorry for talking this much, really, but I kind of went off, you know. Let's go into a reaction video, and I hope Jubilee doesn't block my video, you know. So yeah, let's go.
For being respectful.
I'm glad y'all tripped over each other because I did too. How's it going? James.
What's your name? James.
So one of the things that you have stated is that we have options. Okay. So just to give you a little bit of my background, I come from a divorced family, and we lived below the poverty level from the time that I was born until now, frankly. So I'm one of those people that you're talking about that isn't pulling themselves up by their bootstraps enough. Which, like, I didn't have boots to begin with, and like, I don't know if you've ever had boots, but like, legs are load-bearing structures.
I relate.
And like, you can't really pull up a boot when you're wearing it, you know? So where exactly am I failing when I am working 80 hours a week? I am taking the only...
Bro, you don't look like you work 80 hours a week. Me, I'm working 66 hours a week of a pure night shift. And I don't have time to make man buns, you know. I don't have time to like be fully cleaned, you know, and come and argue. If you're working 80 hours a week, as he says, or how much, bro, there is no chance that you will live in anywhere close poverty, because wherever you go, you paid by hour almost everywhere. He didn't state what work he does, you know, but later in the interview he will talk about that. But yeah, let's continue.
jobs that will hire me. I have put in 477 applications over the last...
That just 477 application, like they just sound like a number he just pulled out of his brain, literally.
2.5 years, not even gotten a call back once.
Why do you think?
You tell me. You're a job creator.
But I don't.
And there is like no chance that nobody will call him. Like no chance. Like okay, zero chance. And he will say that he's later in the video. He will say that he's an expert in logistic, you know, and nobody called him when everything these days is transported by trucks. You know, everything is transported by trucks. From my hat that I'm wearing to the food that I will be eating, to my whole room fitness equipment, you know, everything is transported by trucks.
Your resume, you know your life better than I do. Why do you think you have not gotten a call back on 477?
Because
a lot
I
of
do
people
not
get
have a degree.
callbacks. Okay.
Because I do not have a degree, because I could not afford one.
Okay.
I live in an area where the physical job market is very limiting.
Where do you live?
I live in rural Texas.
Okay.
So in that, like in the town that I grew up in, for instance, there...
Okay, I can relate to this. I lived in a rural area of Bosnia. We had, in my town, had at that time, and that was back in 2011, it had 3 companies. And I sent my CV as soon as I finished my school. And I went for a plumber, to be a plumber, to install water in the houses, you know, and fix water in the houses. But I end up as a welder. But there was no company that was doing that in my town, you know. We have a company that makes shoes, you know, gigantic shoe factory. We had a company that do refining wood, you know. You can get a job as a lumberjack there. And I had experience with doing lumberjack stuff. My dad is a lumberjack his whole life. And the third company was a meat factory, a dairy and meat factory. And I sent my CV to all three of them, you know, and I just said, okay, I just finished school. I can't find the job that I, you know, that I finished my school for. I would love to work here, you know. And first company that called me, I didn't argue with them about how much they will pay me. I just said, okay, man, and I was thankful to have a job, really thankful to have have finally ability to earn my own money, you know. Let's go back a little bit and like continue.
Had boots, but like legs are load
I
bearing
relate.
Yeah.
structures.
I relate.
And like you can't really pull up a boot when you're wearing it, you know? So where exactly am I failing when
I
I'm
went
working 80
back
hours a
too
week?
much.
I am taking the only jobs that will hire me. I have put in 477 applications over the last 2.5 years. Not even gotten a call back once.
Why do you think?
Not
You
possible.
tell me. You're a job creator.
But I don't know your.
And Patrick, okay, let me like this video. Patrick like hits him with his like, what stands on your CV, man? So nobody will call you. Like, what do you, something is wrong with your CV, because your CV is your picture to the company that you're sending. You know, it's you basically. You know, it's you without you being there personally.
Resume. You know your life better than I do.
Yes.
Why do you think you have not gotten a call back on 477?
Because
A lot
I
of
do
people
not
get
have a degree.
callbacks. Okay.
Because I do not have a degree.
I
Because
don't
I could
either.
not afford one.
Okay.
I live in an area where the physical job market is very limiting.
Where do you live?
I live in rural Texas.
Okay.
So in that, like in the town that I grew up in, for instance, there are 8 jobs, period.
More jobs than in my
Does your
town.
family live there? Mom, dad, everybody's in that same city?
Everybody was at one point.
Okay.
Most of them are dead now.
Okay, sorry to hear.
Eh.
And okay, this is just you can like, most of my family is dead also, you know, and like we will all die eventually, except that one guy, Brian Johnson, who is trying not to die on YouTube. But like his entire attitude towards this talk, you know, it's like it's not nice, man. If you want somebody to hire you, like you should even like, okay, I'm a welder now and I'm pretty much a like expert in what I do, but I switched a lot of companies in the last 5 years. You know, I switched a lot of companies, and main reason for me switching companies is obviously money. You know, I work somewhere, some other. When you work on construction sites, you are not the only company. You know, there is multiple companies there, and how do I say it? Team leader from other company sees you, see how you work. He approached you and he like offers you more money, you know, than your current company is paying you, and that was the main reason for me switching companies. But right now this one is the kind of best, so I love it and I have no reason leaving it. But what I wanted to say is, whenever I come to business meeting talk, you know, about money, about benefits and stuff like that with the boss of every company, even though most of them approached me first, I always like went in that office to speak with the boss with the most respect that I can, you know, and like you treat that man, and they also treated me as equal. Like when you get respect from person, you know, when the person that is sitting behind from the other side of the table and is the person that will give you a job, you know, that are offering you a job, and when they are polite to you, the least thing you can do is to be polite to them and listen when they are talk, you know. Civilized conversation is the only way that you will succeed in anything, you know. So let's continue. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Start here.
It is what it is. It's poverty.
It's not.
You know, we're kind of used to that on this side.
Why do you feel like you're a victim?
Yeah.
Why do you feel like you're a
That's a
victim?
good
Why
question.
do you feel like the way you speak, like, you know, you're the victim where all this happened to you?
Because I exist and things happen to
Well, why do
you,
you see
and
yourself
as
as a
such,
victim?
things happen, and that's why I say that they happen
You're
to
a
me.
good-looking guy. Why do you
Thanks.
think you're a victim? Why do you think you're somebody that's got into a situation because it's not fair what happened to me? Let me give you a couple
That's an amazing question, and guys, let's hear the answer.
options.
Sure.
Are you open to leaving the city you're in?
I've already left it.
So what city?
I've left multiple cities.
So if somebody else gave you a job in a different place, you'd be
100%.
willing to move there?
100%.
Okay. On your resume,
It says that.
What do you have on your resume? Skill set. What do you offer?
Yeah, and this was the very first question that Patrick asked him at the beginning of this segment. And this guy just wanders, you know, into like multiple directions and timelines.
Transportation expertise,
Yes.
logistics expertise.
You consider yourself a hard worker.
I mean, I feel
You
like
said
80 hours a week.
That's a
something
hard
like that.
worker.
That's a
How
hard
about
work.
we do this? How about I interview and I give you a job? Would you move to Fort Lauderdale?
Okay. What he just did here. Okay, let me go back a few seconds. If I can. The smirk that he gave him. Like, it's like, oh, I don't need a job from you. Like, oh, who are you to give me a job? Like, dude. Patrick here is a guy who is offering a job. You here are the guy who is presenting yourself as a hard worker. You're working 80 hours a week, but still you live in poverty. That's impossible. That's impossible, man. If you're paid like $1 an hour, that's like, if you're not $1, I mean, how many? Like, I'm working 11 hours a day. 6 days a week, you know, and that's a 66 days. So he is working approximately 13, 14 hours shifts every single day. Me, personally, I would love to work that amount of hours here in my company, because then I will, like, I didn't know what will I do with the money, because I'm also paid by hour. Okay. He says he's like expert in logistic and transportation. I also said that in the beginning of the video. Everything is freaking transported by trucks. Everything, like everything you see around you was at one point loaded on a truck and brought to a store or to some guy's doors, you know, or something like that. And he says he can't find a job. Dude. Let me just say this. Me, I have a license to drive big trucks also. I took that course. How do you say it? I don't know. Never mind. I took that. I got my license because, like, in the case that someday I will not do my welding job, I have other job. I have other options. And truck drivers here in Europe are paid freaking really well. Freaking real well, and it's an easier job than a welding. But I choose welding because I'm always in one place, so that's for me benefits of that. So let's continue. And look at the smirk that he gave. Like, if he gave me, okay,
Do this. How about I interview and I give you a job?
if he gave this to me, and if I'm the boss, I will stand up, open the door, please leave. Like, this is obviously you're considering yourself way better than any other person that live and like that works in my company. Come on, man.
Would you move to Fort Lauderdale?
Ooh, man, that's Florida. Sure, why not?
Would you move to Fort Lauderdale?
Sure, why not?
How about you and I document this? After this, you come, I do an interview with you, and I give you a job. And let's see what you do 90 days later.
Okay, and I'll look up your company and all that kind of stuff, and I'll see it.
But you
like,
see what just happened
regardless,
right there? But
Mike,
watch what you just did.
Sure.
You just said you applied to 477 companies who's not gotten back to you.
Yeah.
A business owner who's hiring aggressively just made an offer to you. You said you're willing to move. Then you said, I'll look at it. You became selective.
I didn't
You
say I look at it.
contradicted
If you
yourself.
He literally said he look at it. But man, if I'm in the poverty and I need a job, bro, I'll accept anything, especially when Patrick offers you a job.
Let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
I would like to look into your company to see exactly what you guys do.
You would like to.
You will not be working in a coal mine. You will not be mining coal with your bare hands, man. You will not be striking iron with straightening like iron rods all night like me. Like, look at my hands, man. Like, come on. Did my camera go out of focus? I don't know. Like, my hands are all beat up from my work, you know. I don't see his hands, you know. I see he wears like a Thor's hammer. Perhaps we can agree on the music style, but in terms of work and mindset, this guy is way off.
Because I don't know what you guys do.
Okay.
So as far as I'm concerned, I may be wasting my
That's why interviews exist. You come to a company, you will not be wasting your time. It's like 1 hour. You already wasted your time coming to this show and making people hate you.
time going. If you guys are a finance company, if you guys are a bank or something like that, I don't have the certifications, I don't have the degrees. So even interviewing me would be a moot point.
What if I gave you a job, period, to work 80 hours a week? Would you take it? And I paid you a reasonable.
This is like, come on, man. Come on.
Wage.
Are we talking a livable wage or a reasonable wage?
What do you
and
make
whose
right
version
now?
of reasonable are we
What do you
talking
make
about?
right
Your
now?
version of reasonable or my version of
But you
reasonable?
see, so now for me, what I'm noticing from you is
I need specifics?
no, not necessarily. No, most of the people I hired need specifics. The difference is I'm trying to hire them. In this instance, you're trying to get a job and you're being selective. It's going to work against you.
I mean, I'm not trying to get a job.
100%.
Originally, I was trying to
My
ask you where the moral
My offer's off the table
Okay, that's
because
fine.
you're going to be difficult to work with.
Okay, sure. But my question was, where is my moral failing? Like, where is it that you are saying?
Where is your moral failing? Bro, your his ego is preventing him to work for somebody, you know. And I just want to say one thing, very, very bad situations happens when people like this dude here get in a position of power, get in the position of offering jobs, you know. I had experience with that, and the stuff that they do to their workers, you know, it's crazy, you know. And like, you cannot argue with that. If you are searching for a job, if you are in need of a job, you accept the job. You accept the very first job that comes to your hands, you know, literally.
That I am not working hard enough and I am not doing
I just
enough.
experienced it right now because the way you just handled this situation
Got it.
here
So I should
was-
accept anything
No,
that somebody
it's not-
gives me
not
at
at
first
all.
blush
No.
if it is a guaranteed thing.
No, not necessarily.
I agreed
but
today. I agreed to do your interview.
If you're in a poverty, if you don't have food, if you don't have roof above your head, you accept the first job that comes to you that will give you a reasonable amount of money and a possibility to have a roof above your head and food in your plate today and maybe better haircut.
I agreed to be interviewed
Haircut is actually hardcore.
by you, and you agreed to consider me for hiring.
Yeah.
So therefore, I am taking that opportunity. I've chosen to. But because I am asking you for specifics, your immediate reaction is that, oh, well, you're trying to be picky. When I'm not. I'm asking
specifics. You could have simply
I said I need to look up your company. That's all I
you could have
said.
said is, I'm willing to have the interview.
And I
Right,
did.
You would have had the interview.
And I did.
No, you said it depends.
I said,
don't
yeah,
know.
sure.
Let me look.
Yeah,
let me do
sure.
all
I
this
would
other
look
stuff.
into your company. That's all I said.
I appreciate you. Thank you, James.
Okay. I will not be reacting to any other people from this show. I mean, I can, you know, if you guys wanted to, but this is like, I wanted to make this video, you know, and like make some statements, you know, about work and stuff like that. And obviously, I made a little bit longer intro. Sorry for that. But if you're here still, please subscribe on my channel, and more reaction content is coming. If you want to see me like making more of like these commentary videos, like the stuff like that, you know, and talk about work and life in general, please comment down below. I enjoy making like videos like this one, because I can talk about real stuff, you know, really. And also, I just want to say this: if you are going to listen to this podcast, to this episode after my video, I just want to say that I noticed that there is a lot of people here who are reading everything. I read this book, I read this book. I read 0 books. Like only books that I have read was some like books that are mandatory in high school and middle school and stuff like that, you know. I just know that, dude, if you want to have some sort of financial security, you need to work. You need to have a specific skill set that will allow you to like work, choose a job, like, and it will shape your living, you know. Me, I have gave a lot of my time, a lot of my free time to work, you know. But then again, I made such deals with my company that I work like 4 weeks I work, and then I am 10 to 15 days free. So like you can negotiate your position when you gain some worth to the when you're worthy for the company that you are working for, you know. Your company wants to keep you working for them, you know. You are worthy to them, you know, and then at that point you can agree for a better position. But that's just me. There is also people who are just dying to be boss, to having something of their own. Me personally, I'm not for that, you know. I just want to work, and I like don't want to think about like paying taxes, you know, and all that stuff. It's not for me. I admit it, and I'm not ashamed of it. So thank you for watching. Damn, I talk a lot. When team hits me, man, I'm like a word generator. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Please comment down below what do you think about this, and I will see you in my next reaction video. Thank you all. Ciao.